crafting journey here, that journey chick on Instagram. I've turned the microphone up, brought it closer to me. Hope everybody can hear me. Happy camper. Not today. I'm wearing this because it's warm and comfy. I do have a bra on, so we're not flopping around. The girls are safe. The like button, however, is not safe today, and I will tell you why later.
Oh no!
Yes, more to come on that. But hit the like button anyway on your way in or out of this show today. And don't forget to subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of Crafting and Crime Daily. Yes. All right. Here is some drama, okay? I'm going to add a little drama to the channel because it needs some drama. I don't usually talk about COVID on my channel, but I have had it up to here. Yes. This morning. Here is what's going on. So, and I knew this. I've watched the news. I knew it. I've seen it all over the country. I knew this. But I don't listen, I guess. Anyway, the Omicron is spreading so fast. So yesterday, my sister, she's looking like white as a sheet, like whoosh. She's got a headache, she hurts all over, she's coughing. Well, that's all of the symptoms of Omicron. My friends are texting me, I've got it, my husband's got it, I've got it, everybody's got it. So, me, I got a little headache today. So anyway, so I call my boss. I'm like, fair warning, you know, I live in close quarters. I'm pretty sure my sister has COVID. I think I need to work remotely today. Okay, no problem. But we have to fill out this attestation every day on the phone. We got to, like, you know. And so I fill out that I've been exposed. Because to my knowledge, I have. Am I ever going to learn? I don't know. I can't get her ass out of bed to go find out if she's got it or not. But because I have a job, I get a notice from my employer who says, you need to go get tested. Yes, you can proceed to work based on what you've told us on the attestation, but we would like you to get tested. Like, okay. But I had already, you know, I told them I'm working remotely. Hello, I'm working remotely. No, I got to take my comfortable jammies off, put on regular clothes, get in my car, wait for it to unfreeze because it's 15 degrees outside and my car is frozen solid like an ice cube. Get away from that tree. Do you hear me? He is in a mood today. Oh man, I say that every day. I think he thinks his name is Stitch. No, he ran out the door this morning, slid on the snow, and just, it was actually kind of cute. Stitch and Tootsie were chasing each other all over the backyard. Whatever. This is a crazy cat. Hi, buddy. What's going on? Back to my drama, because I want to bring drama to the channel. Okay. So, first of all, I realized, okay, I'm working remotely. But in the middle of the night, I wake up and think, oh dear, my computer is at work. So I'm going to get up really early, get dressed, go in and get my computer. You know, sneak in, nobody will be there, I won't expose anybody. So I get dressed this morning, 6:30, get dressed. I get there at 7. There's already 2 people there. What are you doing here? We thought you were, yes, but I need my computer. So I'm just going to sneak in here, get my computer, and sneak out. Get all the way back home after I fill out the attestation, and they're like, please go get a test, and here's the address, which is across town at some lab. And I've been there before. It's not a big deal. So I get dressed again, because I had put my warm jammies back on. So I get dressed again. I get in my car, which is on, it's already unthawed. So, or thawed. What is it, unthawed or thawed? It's whatever. It's not frozen anymore. So I get in my car, drive to this place, one spot in the parking lot. Now, I should have anticipated based on what I'm seeing on the news, but I open the door, and it's like a New Year's Eve, Christmas, a New Year's Eve party, whatever. You know, minus the hats and the balloons and the whatever. It's a little hallway that's maybe 10 foot long, and there's at least 20 people crammed into this hallway. Now, we've all got our mask on, but some of us are hacking and coughing and sneezing. I'm like, oh no. So here comes this little itty bitty nurse in her pink scrubs, and she's like, where are you from? I said, well, I work at Ascension. She's like, well, we can only do 10 Ascension people an hour, and you'll have to wait 45 minutes. You're free to wait in your car. And I said, well, does that save my place in line? I'm happy to wait in my car. Does it save my place in line? Oh, no, you just come back later and I'm like, no. She goes, well, I'm sorry, that's the way it works. I said, oh, because I said to her, what? I'll give you my number. You call me when it's my place. And she's like, no, I don't have a phone. And I said, what do you mean you don't have a phone? I said, what? Clearly this is not very efficient. And she goes, well, that is just the way it works. So I'm like, I need to talk to your boss, because that is not the way it should work. So she goes off, storming off. Now everybody's looking at me. 20 people are staring at me. And I'm like, wait a minute. Am I the only person that feels this way? And they're like, no, we all feel that way, but you're the only one that voiced it. So, whatever. So I wait. I put my name on the third page of this piece of paper, and it's only 9 o'clock. Third page. And then the woman next to me, she goes, I just came in because my stomach hurts. And my employer, I said, this is not the place for us. Like, I'm not waiting here. You could not socially distance yourself from everybody, because we were in this narrow little hallway that they wanted us to wait for 45 minutes. I said, no. So I wait a few minutes. I'm like, this lady's not coming back. She's hiding somewhere. She doesn't want me. She ain't coming back. She's waiting for me to leave. Then she's going to come back. So I wait a few more minutes. Here she comes. She comes back. She goes, oh, the manager is busy, but she said you can go over to the other place. And I'm like, no, forget it. I'm out of here. I'm done. So I go get in my car, and I'm texting the employee health people that sent me over. I'm like, nope, this is not happening. And I'm telling them what's going on. I want you to know they did not respond. So now I'm calling my boss. And I tell my boss, I'm going to go home. I'm going to get my computer out. I'm going to work. But I am not getting tested. Okay? It's just not going to happen. There's Pearl. Pearl's like, I like drama too, Mom. What are you doing, girl? She's stretching. I don't know what Stitch is up to now. But there goes Pearl. Anyway, that's as dramatic as it gets on my channel. Yeah. I don't have COVID. But so when I call my boss, she's like, oh my God, we are down 150 nurses. They've all been furloughed because of COVID. I'm like, what? So, and this is going on all over this country today. All over. And I saw it on the news last night. They anticipated shortages with the police, the fire department, Yep. We're all at home in our comfy jammies because we don't want to go get, like, how many, and they're saying, it's on the rise. How do you know? Because all of us smart people left the line and went back home. Yeah. How do you know whether we have COVID or not? You don't know. Plus, the ones that aren't employed are still in bed because they're too sick to get out of bed and go wait somewhere in a line that's probably even longer than the one I came from. So, who knows how many people have this disease? Oh my God. Plus, I live with her. What do you think's going to happen to me? Tomorrow or the next day? You're not going to get a show because my ass is going to be in that bed, coughing and hacking and, whatever. Anyway, I went for McDonald's decaf. I had to wait for them to make it because I guess I'm the only one in Wichita that drinks decaf, well, other than my sister. But come on, people. Could you not have a fresh pot of decaf available? I had to sit over to number one. Please pull over to number one, slot one. Okay, pull over to slot one. And I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. And then I could have gone home and made my own damn coffee. Whatever. What? I know. You know what? Yes. That's what I should be doing. But no, you know what I got to do today? I have to work on my event because everybody's getting up and getting ready to go to their destination. COVID or not, we're going to our destination virtually in our heads. We're really in our beds, in our warm jammies, but in our heads, we're off on some Caribbean island with Billy, you know, in the water, swimming around. But, this is what I got done yesterday. A little bit of the night sky there, because I turned it to the side so I could roll it. So it, of course, it unrolls, and the washi tape's hanging. This washi tape ain't worth a darn. It's just curling up. I gotta find some washi tape that's sticky. I don't know if it's because of the cold. Well, I don't know. And then tomorrow night, Wednesday night, supposed to get another storm, more snow. I love snow. I'm all for snow. Yay. Bring it on. Bring it on. But this is light flurries, not even enough to get excited about. I want to watch it snowing, and then it accumulates, and we can build snow. You know, whatever. Whatever. Okay. So, and no, I did not decorate my planner for this week. For the first month of January. I haven't done it because I have been too busy with the event. We have, I'm not complaining, we're doing great. We have over 200, close to 300 people that have kitted up, and I have to put it all on a spreadsheet. So here, if you're watching, let me just tell you, are you getting a real passport? No, you're not. And someday you might get a virtual one. Maybe I'll email you something, you know, when I have time. But there's, like I said, let me repeat, there's almost 300 of you. So you're all on a spreadsheet. What I do is I see you're kitted up. I go to the spreadsheet, I go Control F, I look up your name. I have a column for kitted up. I put a little, you know, tick there that you've kitted up. And then back where you've kitted up, I give you a little stamp that's a little suitcase under. It's an emoji. So I leave you a suitcase emoji in a comment. That's it. That's what you're getting for now. If you want to keep track of it for yourself, maybe a planner would be a good idea. I don't know. And every time you participate with, you know, listen, I love the event. I'm just in a mood right now, okay? I'm in a mood. Just forgive me, okay? And then, you know, we have one of the sponsors that got the code. The code is not this. It was supposed to be this. And now I got to go change it here. And everywhere else I posted it. And I'm like, oh, God. I should have never got out of bed. And today is my grandson's birthday. Happy birthday, Kaleo. His birthday, he is 19 years old. If that don't make me feel old, nothing does. God, I remember the day he was born. Oh, I wasn't there, but I remember it. You know, I remember when he was 3 weeks old, and I visited him, and I stayed with his parents for 3 weeks, and I stayed up for every night with him, rocking him, and he was just a baby. And now he's 19. Oh my God. Where does the time go? I'm gonna cry. I gotta mail the rent. I gotta put the rent in the mail. Today we're gonna talk about the Chippendales. Yes! If you can get through all the drama, we're gonna get to the Chippendales. Yeah, Chippendales. Chippendales. Don't forget I have a giveaway going on where I'm giving away a Santa sack from Lion Brand Yarn with 9 skeins of yarn in it. Watch the video. That'll be here or here, one of these 2 corners, and leave a comment. But then come back and watch the rest of this video so you know all about the Chippendales. Okay. Oh, I wanted to put the Notre Dame sticker, Notre Dame night sticker, on the day that I started this. What I'm going to do, I started it on this first, but I'm just going to put it for this week, right here. I'll just say January 1st. January 1st. That's when I started it. So, Notre Dame nights. Yes. Okay. So that's what I wanted to do with that. Let's talk about the Chippendales. Now we're going all the way back to 1978, the year that I graduated. But I was in Orlando, Florida, not Los Angeles, where it was happening, man. Disco, night fever, night fever. Doo-doo-doo. I mean, people were going to this club called the Destiny 2. Wait a minute, we forgot the drama. Crafting and crime. Yes, the Chippendales were involved in crime. Okay, so there's this nightclub, Destiny 2, in Los Angeles. It's the only nightclub that stays up till 4 a.m. They're open, and they are partying and swirling around, and oh, I could disco with the best of them. It's an easy dance, trust me. Yes. Oh my God. Let's do some diamond painting, shall we? So it's a very popular nightclub. It's owned by this fella named, I have notes, Steve Bannery, Steve Bannery, something like that. He's Indian. Comes over to this country. When he first gets here, he's like working at a gas station as a service attendant. Doesn't know nothing about cars. He's working there, and now he owns this nightclub. So, but he has ambitions, yes. So here, along comes this guy named Paul Schneider. Now, Paul Schneider, he's this guy who's always got these crazy ideas. And he's like, hey, you know, I was up in Canada and I went to this nightclub. You know, it was a gay nightclub.
Oh, no!
Yes, it was. Shh, quiet. It was a gay nightclub where the men would strip for the other men. He goes, you know, I think that would work for the women. Why don't we try that? And the other Steve's like, hey, let's go for it. Let's try it. So, you know, because they were open 7 nights a week, but they were only making money on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Those were their 3 big nights. The other nights, they tried some female wrestling, mud wrestling. That's disgusting. It was okay, you know, but they said, okay, let's try this male stripper thing. So they hired some men, and it was very raw. They would just get out there in their underwear and they would dance around. You know, nothing, you know, these were disco dancers. What do they know? So they start dancing around. Well, Paul comes in. Paul says, I'm going to choreograph them. I'm going to MC this for you. Yeah, okay. So they open it one night, and the club's like half empty. But the women were like, hey, I think you got something here. So they kept coming back, and they would come back and bring more friends, and then they would start having parties, and then this thing really caught on. So he's like, hey, I'm making good money on this. We're going to start doing this more than 1 night a week, and we're going to revamp. So they revamp the entire nightclub. They call it Chippendales. So Steve, the owner, named this nightclub Chippendales after the style of the furniture. He liked Chippendale style furniture, so he thought it was a cute name, so he named it the Chippendales. Now, Paul, meanwhile, he's been dating this woman named Dorothy Stratton, who was trying to become a Playboy playmate. Gorgeous woman. So he had been over to Hugh Hefner's mansion, you know, and all the Playboy bunnies, they wore these little neckties and these cuffs on their arms and the bunny ears. And so he comes back and he says, Steve, you know, we ought to do this. So they put all the men with neckties and cuffs, and they all looked very formal. And the women loved it, so they would dance around. So now they're all wearing the collars and the cuffs. And Steve says, you know, Paul, you're an okay MC, but we need to get somebody in here that really knows what they're doing. So they call this other guy he's a professional MC. He gets in there and he just gets these women riled up. You know, he just riles up the women, and he takes over the choreography and he starts choreographing some of it, and Paul kind of just gets over to the wayside here. Now, Paul is also, meanwhile, he's got Dorothy. He's going over to the mansion where he's also getting pushed aside by Hugh Hefner, who really likes Dorothy. Yeah, so he's feeling a little edged out. So they're dancing around one night, they're having their show, and all of a sudden a policeman comes in. And the policeman says, stop the show. This is illegal. The show abruptly stops. They actually raided the nightclub. Police surround the nightclub. Everybody's arrested. All the men are arrested. The women are arrested. Yeah. So come to find out, they were allowing the women to touch the men where alcohol was being served, which apparently was illegal. So they hired a alcohol and tobacco, you know, lawyer specialist to get his advice. And so then the MC had to tell everybody the rules when they would come into this nightclub. You are not allowed to touch the men. You can give them tips, but you're not allowed to touch them. Then they were also getting fined every night because they were exceeding the limits of this nightclub. It was supposed to hold 229 people, and this Steve guy, the owner, would pack 500 people in this nightclub, and then he would get fined by the fire marshal, and he'd just pay it. He says, my legal fees for that year were like $1 million, because the lawyers were constantly getting him out of trouble. They were getting sued civilly by men because men were not allowed in this nightclub, and that's illegal. You can't exclude men. You know, you can't exclude somebody based on their race or their sexual orientation, but they did, and they just paid people off. They're like, whatever, I'm making money. This is a women's show. No men. But he did let in Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner came to see the show, and he thought it was fantastic. He loved it. So within 6 months, they are making money, hand over fist. Now, Steve is like, hey, I think I want to grow this business. I want to go, all over the country. I think we need some more chains of this thing, or maybe even some traveling people. So, meanwhile, Paul Schneider, the schemer guy with the original idea, he marries Dorothy Stratton just before her Playboy career takes off. She becomes Playboy Playmate of the Year for 1980. And then she says to him, I don't really need you anymore. She says, I want a divorce. So she actually goes to his house one night. They're separated. They had gone their separate ways. She goes over to ask him, please let me go. Please give me a divorce. So he holds her hostage. He ties her up in a chair and torments her for hours, and then shoots her face off. Kills her. So then he turns around and kills himself. This is said to only be the beginning of the tragic things that happen surrounding the Chippendales. So you will see more tomorrow. Less drama from me, more Chippendales. How about that? I know. I can't even make drama sound dramatic, can I? Oh, jeez. We didn't do this day in history. We didn't do what national day it is. Let's look them up. Let's just for a hoot, because why not, right? Because, man, I do have a headache. All right. National Day. Let's pick one. National, thank God it's Monday Day. Why would we celebrate that? I hate Mondays. We could do chocolate covered cherries, drinking straws, or fruitcake toss. Fruitcake toss day. You know what I did with that fruitcake? Remember that beautiful fruitcake that was sitting here for the fruitcake story? Let me tell you, that fruitcake was horrible. And I love fruitcake, but that one got tossed. All right, we're going National Fruitcake Day because I tossed it right in the trash. I think my sister had some. Malia, she wasn't trying it. She's like, nope, I'll take that chocolate chip cookie, Grandma. Yeah, I don't want the fruitcake. So, this is the day that challenges us to chuck the fruitcake as far as we can. So I should have gone out and see how far I could throw it. Oh my God, that would be hilarious. So many people receive fruitcakes as gifts, sometimes during the holiday season. Some people eat the holiday bread, while others may re-gift it. There are others who sneakily throw them away, and others who will do so openly. Now, I bought that fruitcake, so I could do what I wanted with it. It went in the trash. But on the third day of January, another type of fruitcake, a person comes out of woodwork. These are the characters who have hoarded them, stored them, and hid them so they can celebrate with a competition of sorts. Yes, to see how far you can toss the fruitcake. So there is really a great fruitcake toss that occurs in Manitou Springs, Colorado. This really happens. Each year the entrants compete to see who can hurl or toss their fruitcakes the farthest. How funny. Because some of them fruitcakes can weigh a lot. Now, the one that I bought was more cakey and it didn't have a lot of fruit. So it really was not what I would expect in a fruitcake. So that's why I was disappointed. And like I said, there were chocolate chip cookies that I made. So I ate the chocolate chip cookies and not the fruitcake. Next year, I am going to, ahead of time, find the fruit to make a fruitcake. Yes. All right. Let's talk about what day in history is it? Huh? What day in history? Besides the fact that my grandson was born, yeah, let's take a look. What else happened this day in history? George Steinbrenner's group buys the Yankees from CBS. I didn't know CBS owned the Yankees. Apparently they did. And Steinbrenner bought them. Huh. In 2004, the Mars exploration rover Spirit safely lands on the red planet. On January 3rd, 2004, 21 days later, its twin, Opportunity, also arrived safely in one of the longest and most successful missions in NASA history. So we had these explorers on Mars. So we were able to survey the Martian geography for the next 7 years. The rover's primary mission was expected to last 90 SOLS, the term used for Martian days, so 90 sols. In March, scientists announced that they had made a momentous discovery. A survey of Martian rocks strongly suggested that water had once flowed there, and analysis of Opportunity's landing site indicated that it had once been the bed of a salty sea. Later in 2004, Opportunity also discovered the first meteorite to be found on Mars. The rovers continued to explore Mars for several years, with Spirit becoming a stationary research platform after getting stuck in the sand. Oh dear. Spirit eventually fell out of contact with NASA, which declared its mission over in 2011. Opportunity, however, continued exploring. In 2014, it broke the record for longest distance driven by an off-Earth wheeled vehicle, and the next year, NASA celebrated as Opportunity finished a marathon, having traversed over 26.2 miles, which, if you've ever run a marathon, it's 26 miles. In February 2019, NASA announced the end of the mission after Opportunity ceased responding to their communications. The rover had broken several other records, including the highest elevation reached on Mars. It sent back 224,000 images, having far surpassed its original goals and contributed greatly to human understanding of Mars and its potential to host life. The MER mission had a major impact on mankind's knowledge of our solar system. Yes, but are there lines for COVID testing? That's what I want to know. Okay, guys, as ridiculous as it seems, that is the show for today. I hope you enjoyed the crime and the drama, and I will see you tomorrow in Crafting and Crime. There is going to be a new trial. Now, I don't know if they're starting I don't know if they've already picked the jury or if they're picking the jury, which means we may have another couple of days to finish the Chippendales story. But I'm going to watch today while I snuggle up in bed with my work computer. Yep. All right, guys, have a great day. Love you all. See you tomorrow. Bye.